Hi, I'm Hazel. It is almost Saturday, so it's time for a brand new vlog. This week, yesterday in fact, there was the PvP Q&A event. It was the Brunhlinka thing. I already did a big discussion video going over this. If you want to know any more about that, then just go watch that video. If you can skip to 2 minutes and 43 seconds in if you don't want to see my cat memes, but I was bored yesterday. Anyways, the thing that came out of that was most exciting to me is the year-round WoW Esports tournament circuit, basically, is what it's going to turn out to be. I just really want more WoW Esports to watch, so I'm just really excited about that. Also, PvP related, they have announced the end of Legion Season 2, or at least given us the notice. They don't put an exact date on it, but it's usually about 2 weeks after. So based on the info that we got from the Q&A, they're going to give us title ranges very soon, and then after the season ends, they're going to post exact title cutoffs. I'm personally going to be kind of scrambling to find a team to kind of push Safe Duelist, which is really sad, but what do I say? I've been PvPing all season and I still don't have a team. So, there's always next season. Watching that whole PvP thing yesterday just got me so excited about Arena, and I just want to play all the time, and I really badly want to get to a Glad level, but I need to find more friends. I need to manage my time better so that I can queue for longer periods of time each day. Because like lately I've been queuing every day, but because it takes me like an hour and a half to find games, I find games, we queue like 5 of them, and then somebody leaves, and then I'm just like, well, there's my day gone. So I need to solve that problem. I should probably consider quitting sleeping if I really want to do the Glad thing, and then I really want to do some time, not like regularly, but one of these days I really want to do like an all-day PvP stream on like a weekend day, but I'm really afraid that I wouldn't be able to find games. I'm just gonna like get up and get dressed and make my tea and sit down and have like a lunch planned out, and I'm just sitting on WoW all day, just in LFG being like 2.1k LF DPS any day now. Anyways, in other news, I completely forgot to talk about this last week. I don't remember what I was talking about last week, but apparently it was really important because I totally spaced on this. We killed Gul'dan. We killed hero Gul'dan. Not this last week, but the week before that. We've killed him twice now because I just spaced. But he was a really hard fight. It was cool. I'm really glad that we did it. I've got my ahead of the curve. I feel like a real certified PvEer. Not that I wasn't before, but anyways. And more excitingly to me, more excitingly than having killed Gul'dan is, as of last week, we officially have Nighthold. I almost called it Emerald Nightmare. We officially have Nighthold down to a 1-night clear, which means I get my Thursday nights off, which might help me with the lack of time to queue Arena's problems, so we're going to see about that. But I got some upgrades. I got like some tier upgrades that like Warforged with like sockets, and then from my quest cache at the end of the night, I got the biggest relic upgrade ever. So my weapon, my Shadow Priest weapon, I've been rolling along with this 865, I think it's like a Nightmarish Elm Branch or whatever from Emerald Nightmare. It had a good trait, but it's item level 865, you know, it went out of style 2 years ago. So I've been dying for an upgrade for that, but we just don't get Shadow Relics in, Nighthold, and there's 2 slots too, so I already replaced one of them with like an 880 with a boring trait, but I've been sitting on this 865 just awful thing holding my item level back. And then I open up my quest cache, and there is a Warforged item level 920 War Chief's Tusk thingy. It's like it's a really good Shadow Relic, and I want to use it. So I'm really excited about raiding it next week because I feel like we can really clinch that 1-night clear in again, because I have all the item levels that I have been missing this whole time in my whole life. I still need better legendaries, but I'm not too worried about it. We're on farm now. It's not a big deal. So that's that. Completely not game or WoW related or anything related really, but I want to give a plant update to something I haven't talked about before. But if you have an extraordinarily good memory, you might remember I used to have a really tall plant in the background. For a while it was kind of sitting on the floor in like a large beige pot. It had lost all of its leaves, and I talked about this a bit on stream. Basically, I got this plant as a small seedling, and it's an Adenium obesum. It's a desert rose, and it did really well under that lamp when it was small. So it got pretty big, and then it had a really good summer, and then it got even bigger. It was a little stretched out, but it like had lots of leaves, and it's bloomed for me about twice now. So I really like this plant. And I don't have the electricity in here to get a light big enough for it over this winter, because it doesn't fit under that one at all. Even when you pull it up, it's just not enough light. So I was trying to like induce dormancy in it by not watering it and not giving it any light, but I wasn't able to get it cool enough because I don't have a garage or anything. So it basically got real mad at me and dropped all its leaves, and like the top part of it started to die off. And so lately I decided that like I could see that dead part of the top was just spreading downwards. So it's like, I gotta pull a Walking Dead on this thing. I gotta cleanse the corruption. So I took some scissors and some shears and a knife because this thing was really tough and I forgot to wear gloves, which is a problem. But I chopped the top of it off, so then it looked like, I'll find a picture, it looks like kind of a stump. And I was kind of losing hope, but I was figuring maybe after I topped it, if I can get it some light, and it's by another window now, and some water, maybe, just maybe it won't die on me. And today, which is the reason why I'm talking about it, like half an hour ago, I went and checked on it, and it's got a little green. There's hope on one of the growth nodes. It might come back on me. It's gonna be a real weird shape because it's basically a stump, but I don't care. That's my baby, and it's coming back to life. Anyways, that's enough for the plant update. As far as stream this afternoon, of course, it's Friday, so we're going to do the Friday YouTube stream. I'm going to try my best not to be late. I'm a little late in recording the vlog, so as soon as I get the vlog up, I'm probably going to go live, aiming for 3 p.m. I'm going to look in on the PTR event, because that coincidentally lands right on top of our stream time, so 3 to 5 p.m. Pacific. This afternoon, Friday the 10th, they're doing a PTR stress test, basically, and the way they're going to do that is they're going to make everything in Dalaran attackable, so all players, your faction, other faction, all players, all NPCs, I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people in there trying to farm Nomi, so I figured I'll look in on that. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm going to look in on that. I anticipate it's a server stress test. The servers probably are not going to be very stable, so after we've checked in on that and seen what's going on, I want to do, mop time walking. I already did my quest for the week, but I kind of want to spam it for seals to see if I can maybe get at least one of the pets before the event ends. Because if you miss out on getting, oh man, I should make a video about this, but if you miss out on getting mop time walking pets, they will not be available again until June, and I do not believe they are cageable. I don't think that they are. So yeah, if you want time walking mop pets, chop chop, you better get into it. So that's what we're probably gonna be doing this afternoon. And questions from this week. So mspect565 says, in your TSM guides, you wear a green outfit. I love that outfit. What is that dress chest called? So that is the hibernal robe. It is a green vanilla BOE, and it costs a lot of gold. So basically just keep an eye on the auction house. You might see it pop up for cheaper if somebody has one drop and they don't really know how much it's worth, but that tends to be one of the more coveted transmog pieces. I don't really know why. Like the strappy arm thing's really nice, but it's green. It's not even like a forest green. It's like a lime green, but I like that one anyway. So that's the hibernal robe. Random Flick asks, what do you think about the Druid pack form leak next expansion? So I hadn't heard anything about a Druid pack form leak, so I took to Google and I googled Druid pack form leak and I couldn't find anything there either. So I don't know. I have no idea. You're going to have to let me in on that. Omer wants to know, Hazel, what are your thoughts on Orisa? So this is another thing I was supposed to talk about last week that I completely spaced on. They announced a new Overwatch hero. I don't know how I wasn't so hyped about that I had to talk about it. But basically, they announced a new Overwatch hero. She's a tank. She is like a big, weird robot horse thing. But basically, the story behind her is kind of neat. You can go into playoverwatch.com and you can look up the hero's abilities and backstory if you want more info directly about it. But I really like the look of her her kit. I think it looks like she's got that placeable Reinhardt shield. She's got that little mini Graviton Surge that can like yoink people up to a certain point. I think that's going to be hilarious to try and get environmental kills with. I can't wait to play it. I have not logged onto the PTR yet because I haven't had a whole lot of time for Overwatch, but I think it's going to do good things for the game when it comes out, assuming they can keep it balanced, and the Overwatch team has proven so far that they don't really have a problem with that. So I am very excited about Orisa. I wasn't thrilled with her character design at first, but I think I just need to spend more time with it. I haven't heard any of her voice acting, so I'm sure I'll fall in love with her just like all the other Overwatch characters. It's just I need a little bit more time with the character to really relate and emotionally connect with the weird robot horse. And then finally, Mr. Katawin asks, in patch 7.2, the required honor points will be reduced in half to unlock. Should I wait until 7.2 or grind from now on? Your best talent's in level 40. Yeah, a lot of specs have that problem where one of your best talent is like right at the end. So just to recap for anybody that missed that piece of news, in 7.2, the amount of honor points needed to unlock your first set of honor talents is going to be cut in half. Presumably after that, it's going to take the same amount of prestige because nobody cares about that. But you're going to be able to unlock your honor talents faster. Should you wait until 7.2? It really depends on if there's anything else you're doing. If your whole WoW life is to PvP on that character, there's no point in waiting. You may as well do as much as you can now, and then whatever you haven't done by the time 7.2 comes out, you can finish. But if it's just something that you kind of want to do eventually and there's no big rush on it, then yeah, I would definitely save some time. It's gonna be cut in half, and you're gonna get those honor talents eventually, so it really depends on how badly you want to play the character. You're gonna save yourself some time if you do it later, but you're gonna save yourself some calendar time if you do it now, if that makes any sense. Anyways, that has been my week. I've probably forgotten something again, because I've been doing that lately. But anyways, if you have any questions you would like answered on a vlog, just leave them as comments on the most recent vlog. I hope to see a couple of you this afternoon on the YouTube live stream, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!